Okay, hello. I just wanted a really, fairly quick video just about the oils, really, an overview, because kind of the normal scenario is you'd come along to a class and you would learn fully about the oils and the use of the oils. You know, it's not just, oh, these oils smell nice and they're going to make my house smell nice. You know, you have the therapeutic benefits for each of the oils, and it's kind of learning to use them kind of alongside your own medicine cabinet. I mean, I'm really into, all things natural. I have rheumatoid arthritis and I don't take any of the, the pharmaceutical drugs. And, having used the oils now for nearly, it'll be, 2 years in February, so almost, that, I really accredit, feeling good and, not having a lot of the RE symptoms due to using the oils internally, topically, aromatically every single day. So those are like the kind of 3 ways to use them, which I'll go through in a bit. But also like their supplements. Their supplements are amazing. They're Long Life Vitality Complex, they're so confident with them that, they give you a 30-day money back guarantee that if you take every tablet and you're not feeling really, energized and, all the other benefits that come from them, they'll totally refund you. So it's actually one of their best selling products over and above the oils. But anyway, so back to the oils. So why doTERRA? So obviously there's a lot of oils out there on the market all claiming to do the same thing, but what you probably don't know is there only needs to be as little as 5% pure oil in an oil to basically call it a pure essential oil. So there's fillers, synthetic things that are in there that shouldn't be, perfumes, additives, parabens, all sorts. And doTERRA are the only, they're the real leaders, because they have their own certification, CTPG, which you'll find in all the bottles and products, which is a certified pure therapeutic grade. So they kind of have invited along lots of different other oil manufacturers who kind of claim to be the best, to use their same certification, and really nobody's came up to scratch. Nobody else uses that certification because most of them aren't pure. So it's like, what then are you putting on your skin? And there's lots of talk outside of doTERRA about, oh, you can't take essential oils internally, and indeed you can't. If any other oil brands, I would never take them internally, whereas confidently every single day I use oils internally, from lemon to peppermint, lots of different for lots of different reasons, and I'm very happy with that. And there is no ever side effects because their oils are 100% pure. So they're tested. That's one of the main things that they do. I mean, lots of other companies do test, but they don't test to the same kind of level through their independent testing. That they not only are they testing for making sure that they're pure, that they're very potent, so they're really strong, and that every drop that you're getting is totally pure, which is why you can ingest a lot of them, whereas other brands you can't. So if you've got other oils at home, I wouldn't ever take them internally, but as I say, I confidently take them every single day. So doTERRA source all of their oils indigenously, so they go back to the country where they are basically indigenous to. So they're getting basically the best conditions, the best soil, the best that they possibly could be. So to give you an example, lavender is grown in Provence, high up in the mountains, where the lavender really has to work hard to get oxygen, because it's at a high altitude. So if you think about lavender maybe grown in a field in the UK, it's just not gonna have the same potency and strength. So that's a really good thing to know, that they do go to each of the indigenous countries. Frankincense comes from Somaliland, or lemon oil comes from the Dominican Republic. So there's a lot of care taken into the sourcing and the potency and, you know, the best chemical compound of the oils, that they're all balanced. This is something that they rigorously check as well, so it's not, you know, it's not volatile. So yeah, there's a lot to be said for that. And then second to that, doTERRA actually are a very ethical company. So when they go into each of these indigenous countries, they offer it's like a fair trade, so it's called co-impact sourcing. So they'll go into these countries, they will make sure that the farmer and their family are benefiting the most from these oils, so they're getting the best possible price for them. Lots of other oil companies don't really care and will just give them, you know, rubbish price, but they guarantee a price for life for the farmer. They will also build factories and give them, you know, whatever they need basically to kind of produce the best oils. And they also, even if their crop fails, they still pay them. So, you know, there isn't a lot of companies out there, if any, that will do that. You know, they really care about their farmers. And making sure that they can, you know, that they have a sustainable business, which makes them, you know, most of their farmers are 96% exclusive to doTERRA. They also have set up a foundation called the Healing Hands Foundation. Check it out, which do some amazing work. So much of the profits that, you know, the doTERRA founders make get poured back into their charity. They're building schools, they're building hospitals, they're building wells. You know, they do amazing work. So I would say, you know, check that out. And also a really cool charity to do with the sex trafficking of children. They have an oil called Hope, and the Hope oil, all proceeds go to that charity. So I just want you to know how ethical they are, because I'm sure with, you know, many of you, it's a really important point. So yes, the 3 ways to use an oil is aromatically, so in your diffuser, which puffs it out into the air when you're breathing it in. It's killing pathogens depending on what the oil is that you're using. You know, you can breathe it in with your eyes closed up to 10 breaths. If you don't have a diffuser yet, but I would recommend having one, which is great if you've got children. I have that by the side of my bed, and always put it on at night, whether it's lavender or the breathe oil, which opens up, you know, the chest. And then topically, so you would put it on your skin. So, you know, the skin's obviously the biggest organ of the body, so you're kind of taking it in, and it takes 20 minutes to get into every cell in your body. So, you know, complete cellular absorption, which is pretty amazing. And then you have internally, so, you know, there is lots of oils that you can use internally. I use all the citrus oils, lemon in my water, grapefruit, tangerine, lots of different ones. Ali uses lots of the citrus oils because they're very high in D-limonene, which is, you know, really great for cancer fighting. So, you know, another wonderful thing about doTERRA is when you enroll and sign up to them, you have this wealth of knowledge at your fingertips. They basically have something that's called doTERRA University, which you have access to. So it has all the kind of testing and the scientific, you know, testing that they do, testimonials, different things, recipes for, you know, detoxing your home, for instance. You know, I know I did before, you know, kind of being introduced to doTERRA. I had lots of products in my house which, you know, just are horrifying. If anything has got a big red cross on the back, you know, from your washing up powder, washing up liquid, spray bottles, if they've got a cross on it with a big, you know, red sign, it's not good to have in your home because you're breathing it in. If you've got children, it's even, you know, even more sensitive to them. So, you know, it's about kind of detoxing your home as well. So, you know, using tea tree and lemon and lavender and their protective blend, making up your own products is really, really easy. So, you know, I can send you an abundance of information about that as well. So it's kind of really taking care of yourself holistically, you know, using the oils for, you know, health, using the oils in your food, which is great, using the oils in cleaning products, as I said. You know, they have toothpaste, they have hand washes, they have shampoos. You know, there's so much and so many places that you can go with them. But I think a really good start is, you know, having a little kit of oils and really diving into them. So doTERRA have, you know, wellness advocates. So this is what I am, a wellness advocate. So I decided to do the business back in July because I was talking about it all the time. I was sharing oils with friends and I thought, you know, I really want to get this message out. I want these oils also to be in everybody's home and for people to feel empowered about taking charge of their own health by these magical little oils. You know, it's not a case of, oh wow, these smell nice. Yeah, they do, they smell amazing, but it's actually the health benefits that really drew me to it. So just to give you an idea, so this is like the little family essentials kit. So this is what I think this is the one that Ali bought, or maybe she bought these core 10 oils, but the one that comes with a diffuser. So it comes, these are the 5ml oils. So, you know, you can have a little look at them. The 5ml top 10 oils, the most used. So these have about 300 uses. So each of these little bottles hold about 70 to 75 drops. And where the bigger bottles, which are like this size, which is 15 mils, they are about 270 drops. So it's nearly 3 times the amount of oil. So, you know, when I started off my kit, I had those 10 oils, but I had the bigger 15ml oil bottles, and it comes with the diffuser. And I mean, that well lasted me over a year. I mean, something like lemon, where I use them, you know, use that every day in my water, I think I ran out of that a lot quicker. But, you know, the vast majority of the oils lasted me more than a year. So it's about kind of investing in yourself and your family and your health. Yes, the oils are more expensive than probably some of the other ones out on the market, but I really believe you get what you pay for. You know, if you've got a £2 bloody oil, it's just going to be full of rubbish, you know, whereas something that is potent and lasts a long time, and that you know, when you smell the peppermint, it's like nothing you've ever smelled. It's so strong, and it's, you know, opens your airways up and does, you know, kind of so much for you. So, you know, I use peppermint for headaches and congestion and sinuses and anything digestive, you know, your heartburns, your nausea, your sickness, any of those sort of things. Peppermint is absolutely wonderful for. So, you know, peppermint comes in the little kit along with lemon, which is cleansing, which is good for flushing you out, which is good for cleaning products. It's good for carpet stains. It's good for wood polishing. And it just makes your water taste lovely. You know, drinking water every day is more of a joy than it is when you're just drinking it normally. Then you have, you know, something like lavender, which most people know the benefits of lavender, but there literally is probably about 50 odd uses. Really good for eczema and burns and insect repellent and sunburn, anxiety. So you have the whole emotional side of the oils, which is another whole massive conversation. I've recently bought the emotional oils, which I really love, which I find very supportive. What else? So we got tea tree. Tea tree is another one which most people have heard of, but doTERRA use the indigenous name, which is called Melaleuca. So, you know, this is good antiviral, antiseptic. So your sore throats, your spots, your sore throats, cuts, anything that becomes infected. Amazing for head lice. So my daughter never gets it because I make up my own detangler and put it in her hair every day, and she just doesn't get it. The one time she did get it, we went on holiday and she put some silly swim cap on at a holiday club and she got it. So, but that's what I used to treat it. So I got sweet almond oil through her hair, with the tea tree, combing it through for 4 days. It kills them and it doesn't come back. So I'm a big advocate of tea tree. I go through it a lot. What else is in the kit? Deep Blue, which is amazing for all muscular. So it comes in a cream as well, which I use a lot. So when my joints, you know, flare up and things are a little bit sore, I use the Deep Blue lotion. So I use tons of that. I've just ordered a new one. But yeah, they've got the small bottle of that. So that's anything muscular. So obviously if you practice lots of yoga or you keep very fit and you get strains or anything like that, it's really good for that. And it's actually quite good for your headache relief as well because of the mint and the menthol content that's in there. So once you've popped it on the soles of your feet, you can then pop it onto your head, and then you're at the back of your neck, and you find that that'll get rid of your headache and a bit of tension. It's great for tension around the shoulders as well. You have the breathe oil, which is all things kind of respiratory, so it opens up your lungs. My daughter suffers quite a bit with her chest, so we always have that on the little diffuser by the side of the bed. So I'm just going to quickly race through a few oils. On Guard, which is the protective blend, so you think of all things like flus, coughs, colds, so as a preventative. So we're forever, I've got the hand wash, I've got the liquid detergent, I've got everything. I've got the little beadlets, which are a quarter of a drop, which I carry around in my handbag. I burst them open and use them as hand sanitizer, but at the same time I just pop them for a breath freshener. It's great for your oral health as well, the On Guard, because it's got clove in there as well. So I mean, I could tell you a million things about On Guard. They actually use it in American hospitals now, because obviously doTERRA is an American brand and has been there for quite a while. So they've got it into hospitals because it kills MRSA, it kills lots of different things. So instead of those horrible chemical drying hand sanitizers, I have them. Pop one open, rub it on my hands, and there you go. So it's very convenient. And on the go, you have a digestive blend called Zengest or Digestive Zen, and again, I love the stuff. The minute I've eaten, I have put some on my hand and I lick it off, and it just kind of helps with my digestion. But it's great for taking on holiday or just having when kids have got anything gastric. So it brings the kind of strub up back into kind of natural balance, whether it's diarrhea or whether it's sickness or nausea. You've got frankincense in there, which is a really amazing oil, the oil of kings, used a lot for spiritual practices and meditation. But it's lots of reports about kind of cancer fighting and shrinking tumours in some cases. So it's an amazing oil, and it also intensifies other oils. So if you sprained your wrist and you put some deep blue on, then you can put some frankincense over the top of that. What else do we have in that little kit? I need to refresh my memory. So you've got the lemon, the breathe, the deep blue, the lavender, the peppermint, oregano. So oregano is your nature's antibiotic. So you would never use it long term, maybe no more than 7 days. So you would take something like that internally because it's a hot oil. So I use little veggie caps, which you just basically pop the oil into that so it wouldn't burn all the way down. So if you had a suspected parasite, or you had a fungal nail infection, I've been using it on a nail infection and it's eating away at it. So for me, it's much better to be taking some oregano oil than it is to be taking any sort of antibiotics, if it's just something minor. And I think I've done nearly all the oils. Frankincense, On Guard, yeah. So I mean, obviously there's so many more oils to go through, but the top 10 core oils is what I would say is best, really, because you can really dive into them and use them. Having them out on your table every day is the best thing to do, because then you really dive into them. In the minute, I've got a headache, or I've got a toothache, whatever it is, you go to your wee box and you'll find that there's something in there that's going to assist you and help you. And then obviously, I'm just trying to find my book, you're not going to know all these things off by heart. So there's a book that's produced, you get it on Essential Oils Supply, called The Modern Essentials. So it's not been made by doTERRA, it's actually been made by aromatherapists. So, but it does actually have all the essential doTERRA essential oils, single oils. So for instance, oregano, it would just tell you all about it, how to use it topically, aromatically, and on your skin. So, you're like your own little kind of physician or doctor, that you're looking at all the things that it's really good for and treating that way. It's got all the blends in there, it's got there's so much information in here. It's got recipes for you know, food, for making toilet sprays, whatever it is. But anyway, so I'm going to stop jibber jabbering because I could go on all day about these oils, and it was just, you know, there's only so much that you can say in a kind of phone call, so I thought it'd be quite good to just do this little web video that you could watch at your leisure, and then yeah, let me know if you're interested in ordering any of the oils. So you have to have a wholesale account to order doTERRA oils, which gives you 25% off the retail. So you would do that basically through me because I'm a wellness advocate. So I would set you up with an account. So that's why a kit's quite good, because in that kit that I showed you, it includes enrollment. So something like that works out to be just over, it's about £122 for the 10 oils, which, as I say, it lasts quite a long time. You have the doTERRA fractionated coconut oil, which is like their carrier oil, so that's got the same CTPG, you know, to prove that it's really pure as well. So that sits alongside. So that's great for dilution if you've got children, if, you know, the oil is a hot oil, whatever it is, you know, it's good to have basically a carrier oil. So yeah, you would register through me. And I would order your kit or whatever oils that you wanted, or your diffusers online, and it would get sent directly to you. And then we would do at your leisure a wellness consultation, which you get free as part of your enrollment. So I would just go through your needs and your kind of goals of, you know, what you want to use the oils for, and I would help you along the way. Any ailments that come up, any conditions, you would just basically pop a message to me or call me, and I would, you know, assist you in any way that I can. And then they would go directly to your house, and then it's you know, starting using them every single day, you know, using them for your everyday life, whether you're using them in your yoga studio and your diffuser, whether you're using them in your home with yourself, family. Yeah, so it's just getting the oils into people's hands is what my little mission is. And, you know, to really see when you have your own experience of these oils, and you know, you notice something improves with your health, it is really, really lovely and really empowering. So, you know, I can send over a couple of ideas of what kits are on offer. You know, the slightly bigger kits which incorporate things like the supplements and all the cleaning stuff as well. You know, some people want to have an overhaul, it's, you know, especially in the new year, of getting rid of, or, you know, the products that maybe they already use. You know, most toothpastes, if they're not natural, have got, you know, toxic stuff in it as well. So they've got toothpaste and shampoo and whatever else. You know, it's not spending more money, it's kind of redirecting the money that you already spend when you go to the supermarket or your local health food shop to buy your, you know, toilet cleaner or whatever it is. So it's, you know, it's just been a little bit smarter and having something that's completely toxin free, and it smells amazing as well. So anyway, I will leave this with you, and yeah, get back in touch once you've watched it, and let me know what you think. And if you want to have a little phone call, we can have a chat, and any questions that you have, you know, especially with children, you want to dilute your oils and whatever else. I use them on my daughter all the time. Anyway, got to fly. I've got a client in a minute. But yeah, talk to you soon. Take it easy. Lots of love. Bye.